Hi friends, welcome back from break. Today we are going to be starting lesson 12. So bringing in 2021 with lesson 12. This lesson is multiplying 2-digit numbers. So before break we were doing 1-digit numbers. This week we are going to be doing 2-digit numbers with multiplying. So today we're going to be doing pages 253 and 254 together. And then on your own, you will be doing page 256. Sorry, friends, I didn't realize how shaky this was. But we're just going to make do with what we got. We're in a new setup today, so sorry it's a little shaky. Just try to ignore it. Hopefully, I can get it fixed for the next video. So, on page 253, it says, what is the product of 14 and 13? So, there's two different ways we can do this. So I'm going to divide my paper in half so we can go over both methods, okay? The first method is, sorry if you can hear the phone ringing in the other room. That is not mine, so we're just going to ignore it. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to break apart this 13. So if we have to find the product of 14 times 13, we are going to bust apart this 13. Meaning we're going to make it into numbers we know how to multiply. You might remember this from last year if you did this in 3rd grade. So we're going to keep the 14 what it is, but then we're going to break this 13 into 10 plus 3, okay? So, because 10 plus 3 is 13, but it's easy to multiply something by 10, way easier than multiplying something by 13, right? So, once we have that, we're going to multiply this 14 by the 10 and then also the 3. So it's going to look like this. 14 times 10 plus, because that's where this plus comes in, 14 times 3. Okay? 14 times 3 is way easier than 14 times 13, right? So, 14 times 10 we know is 140 because 14 times 1 is 14. And then add a 0. And then 14 times 3, we can just multiply that off to the side. We're going to set it up stacked. So we know 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 10 is 30. If we add those up, we get 42, right? So that means we have 140 plus 42. And if we want to add all of that together, 140 plus 42, we have the 100. 4 plus 4 is 8. 0 plus 2 is 2. So our answer is 182. Okay? So we started off by breaking apart this 13 into a 10 because we know it's easy to multiply by 10, right? We just add a 0 to the other number. And then it was easier to work with the 3 because it's smaller. If you didn't feel comfortable with the multiplication, you also could have done 14 plus 14, which gives you the 28. And then add another 14, right? Because multiplication is just repeated addition. So it was either if you wanted to multiply or if you wanted to add it. That's how we got to that 42. And then 140 plus 42 is 182. Now, this is method 1. Now, method 2, we can use a picture to help us kind of visually see it. So I'm going to draw my box, very similar to our bar model we use a lot, but I'm going to divide it up into, I'm going to break apart the 14 this time. So I'm going to say 10 plus 4, and then I'm going to have my other 10 over here. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing to our 10 plus 4 times 3, right? So if we have 10 plus 4 on over here, we have the 10 on this one. This one will have the 3 because it's 14 times 13. So 14 and then 13. Now, I'm just showing you this one so you have the option. Personally, I think number 1 makes the most sense. So if you want to just skip this part and you feel confident with this, that's okay. But if you want to stay and just see another strategy, also fine. So for this one, we're just going to multiply the side and the top. So for this first box, we have the 10 times 10, which we know is 100. And then we have 4 times 10, which is equal to 40. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. We have 10 times 3, which is 30. And then 4 times 3, which is 12. Then from there, we're just going to add everything together. So we can say 10 times 14 is equal to 100 plus 40 is equal to 140, right? And then this one, 10 times, sorry, not 10, my bad. 3 times 14 is equal to 30 plus 12, which is equal to 42. And then we would just add these two numbers like we did up here. So then 140 plus 42 is equal to 182. Now, this one is just a picture model of exactly what we did up here. Because if you look, we have 14 times 10, 14 times 10, 14 times 3, 14 times 3. So, like I said, this one I feel like is the easier one to keep organized. But if you are someone who likes using a picture model, this is also fine, okay? Now, if you need a pause here to ask questions or if you need a pause here to write something down, you are welcome to do so. Because after this, all you have to do is I want you to read through this, okay? So, actually, no, not read through this. What am I saying? I take that back, friends. We're not doing this page today. Miss Dion is crazy. So, we are just doing page 253, okay? Let me just write that down so I don't forget. I don't know why I wrote 254. We never do the connect pages unless we're doing it together. So, we're just going to do 253 today. So, this is the end of our video. And then now it's your job to go on to page 256, okay? Again, I'm in the meet. If you have any questions, you want to go over a practice problem together, that's more than okay. Just let me know and I'll be happy to help. So, if you don't have any questions, you can move on to page 256. Otherwise, I will see you in the meet. Bye, guys.